Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, the United States seized 2 Venezuelan oil tankers and eased some sanctions on the country as part of the Trump administration's plan to control the country's energy resources. In an interview, Vice President J.D. Vance said, quote, "We control the energy resources and we tell the regime you're allowed to sell oil so long as you serve America's national interest." On Wednesday, an Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer fatally shot a woman in a residential neighborhood of Minneapolis. The victim has been identified as poet and mother to 3 Renee Nicole Macklin Good. President Donald Trump claimed that Good was attempting to run over an officer with her car and blamed the incident on violence from the, quote, radical left. Others refuted these claims, including Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Ray, saying, quote, "They are trying to spin this as an action of self-defense." He later called for ICE to get out of the city. In local news, the Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Angel removed over 150 animals from a Hadley farm. The animals, including exotic birds, chickens, goats, and sheep and cows and ponies, were removed due to poor living conditions. I'm Shira, and this is news.
Hi, and welcome to the Transcript.
This week, we investigate the new geothermal heating system.
Hallway Hot Takes talks New Year's resolutions.
Indie Game Roundup reviews new games.
And we recap the talent show.
There are multiple green energy projects happening in Northampton Public Schools, these being the additions of geothermal heating in NHS, a rooftop solar array on Ryan Road Elementary School, and a solar generating parking lot canopy for Jackson Street Elementary School. These additions will add a bigger impact to the green energy to Northampton Public Schools as well as Northampton as a whole. We interviewed the Director of Climate Action and Project Administration, Ben Wheel, as well as Student Union Representative Jasper Tuck, and Ward 3 City Councilor Quaverly Honeyspoon Rothenberg on her views on this matter, being one of the only people to bring up a charter objection on this project, temporarily delaying it. This green energy project will remove the need for schools' current chiller system, which has been known to be ineffective and rarely used.
I think it's important to think about what a charter objection is and ask why you would want to prevent them, right? Because a charter objection just adds an extra day of deliberations, and it can only happen once. So in my mind, I wouldn't really want to prevent them. I think they're a good process to have. To be able to have an extra meeting is usually a good thing.
But in this case, it's just a function by which one person can, for any reason or no reason at all, derail a process. And in this case, it was a very, very time-critical process, which is why we were going to the City Council earlier than you would normally do for this kind of capital project, because we had a real time crunch.
What I would have really liked to see happen is for the City Council's Finance Committee to really do a deep dive, right? And to compare, does it make sense for a private company to own this infrastructure, or is it cheaper for us to own it? Should we build it? What does the cash flow look like? Right?
I'll start with the most important ones were the solar projects. So we had 2 solar projects, and there are different details on both of them. Right? So December 31st is a deadline for certain things to allow you to use lower cost materials for the solar, basically lower cost solar panels, and still be able to get the full investment tax credit from the federal government.
As it's been described to me, the current heating system could fail at any moment, and that would trigger the city to pay for a new, much less efficient system. So starting construction immediately on a geothermal system seems like the best option for clean and efficient heating.
We don't accept greenwashing. We don't say thank you just because this is a good thing for the climate. We also want you to be accountable and transparent while you do it, because there's no reason you shouldn't have to be.
Thank you for watching. You can make your own opinion on the fate of the school parking lot known at the town council meetings.
Hello and welcome back to Hallway Hot Takes. Today we're going to be interviewing people in the hallways about their New Year's resolution and whether or not they stuck to it. What is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to keep my foot on these.
Did you stick to last year's resolution?
Yes, it was the same one.
What was your New Year's resolution?
Well,
I hope so.
Amen. What was last year's resolution?
Forgot.
Did you stick to last year's resolution?
I hope so.
What was your New Year's resolution?
Finishing school,
What was last year's resolution?
spending time with my family.
Did you stick to last year's resolution?
Yes.
Awesome. What was your New Year's resolution?
To teach my dog sign language.
How's that going?
It's going pretty good. He's kind of mean though. He's pretty horrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's disgusting.
What was last year's resolution?
To teach my dog Chinese.
How did that work out for you?
He's fluent, but I'm not.
What was your New Year's resolution?
I did not have one.
What was last year's resolution?
Did not have one last year either.
Do you stick to your resolutions when you make them?
Of course I do.
Awesome. What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to keep my compassionate values on my wrist as opposed to my elbow, because that's just a little too far, I'm finding lately.
Have you been sticking to it?
Yeah, and I have to say, it feels like it's backfiring. When I think I'm doing something well, or to communicate more effectively with others, I'm finding people don't want to do that. So I'm gonna maybe revise it, but I'm sticking to it, and it's just not maybe great.
Yeah. Yeah. What was last year's?
Last year's was something about food. I don't remember.
Did you stick to last year's?
Yeah, probably, and I don't even remember it. I have a lot of willpower, and it's that's cool, I guess, but it doesn't matter so much in society anymore. I don't think. It's not. It's the utility of willpower is
understated.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's overstated.
Thank you for watching Hallway Hot Takes. Make sure to stick to your resolutions.
I could have sworn I was done talking about indie games, but apparently they are being released quicker than I can review them. That means it's likely there are still indie games you haven't heard about. Welcome back to the Indie Game Roundup, where I review indie games you may not have heard of. Today, we're reviewing 2 games that are tough and replayable. Like most people, I'm not a fan of big corporate structures, and so I've started relieving my anger through one-button bosses. One-button bosses is a boss rush bullet hell, where you work your way through the ranks of upper management by shooting them. As the name suggests, the game only uses one button during the various boss fights as you move up in the ranks. Despite the limited controls, one-button bosses has a shocking amount of customization, allowing you to tune your own playstyle with different movement and weapon options, such as using the button to turn around, dash through incoming attacks, or charge up a big speed boost in the other direction. Despite the fact I'm not great at one-button bosses, I still find it really enjoyable. The simple mechanics make an addicting gameplay loop, where every mistake feels like your own fault. The default weapon movement combination has a great risk-reward gameplay style, where you can turn around to be safe and dodge an incoming attack, or you can risk getting hit in order to not lower your speed and get more attacks in. The progression in one-button bosses has a few interesting aspects. Each boss has several different fights you can complete, but you only need to complete a few of them to move on, allowing you to essentially skip fights you're completely stuck on. Each level also has a grade attached to it depending on how quickly you finished it, which means that if you're into bashing your head against the wall until you do a level a little faster than previously, this game is probably for you. Overall, if you're into bullet hells and enjoy replaying levels to get better times, consider checking out One Button Boss's free demo on itch.io or the full game on Steam and the Nintendo eShop. Have you ever looked at your various computer windows and thought, hey, I wish that was trying to kill me? You haven't? Well, neither did I, and yet I still love Window Kill. Window Kill is a bullet hell roguelike with a very unique twist. The game is displayed through multiple computer windows that move across your screen. Window Kill is a pretty standard twin-stick shooter roguelike. You move around a big open space and shoot the various geometric shapes that try to come for you. Killing the shapes drops purple orbs, which can then be used to buy upgrades to better kill more geometric shapes. Occasionally there's a boss, and then you beat the game after surviving for 20 minutes. And truthfully, if that's all Window Kill was, it would solidly fall into the good but not super noteworthy tier. What makes Window Kill special is of course its namesake, the fact the entire game is played in dynamically moving windows. The main window you play in closes in around you, requiring you to shoot it to maintain space to dodge the incoming geometry. Additionally, each menu is its own extra window, with some special abilities making new windows with unique effects. Additionally, each aforementioned boss comes in the form of its own window, which will move around on its own and fire at the window you reside in. Window Kill is already a fun game, but its gimmick makes it a genuine masterpiece. If you're interested in a twin-stick shooter that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in a video game, consider checking out Window Kill, both on Steam and itch.io. Thank you for listening to my talk about video games. I hope you found some new indie games to play, or at least add to your wishlist to eventually play. I'm Oliver, and thanks for watching the Indie Game Roundup.
Thanks for watching. Do you play a string instrument and would like an opportunity to do so with the group?
Look for sign-ups outside the Little Theater or Band Room. Auditions are the 20th and the 22nd.
See you next week.